it's Jill with cricflix. I am working on numerous centerpieces from the Trolls. I shouldn't say, yeah, numerous ones. I'm doing Poppy Branch, Viva, and the Crazy Flowers, and one other that I can't remember offhand, the Cloud, I think it is. So what I'm going to do is I am probably going to tape each one individually so that it doesn't take me an hour to make the video. I've got Poppy here. She's 2 feet tall. By the way, all the characters are going to be 2 feet. Of course, anybody familiar with the silhouette knows that this will not fit on one sheet of paper due to the size of the mat is a 2-footer, but sometimes it's too wide. My paper is only 18 inches. I do not buy 2-foot long paper because, number one, if you can find it, the only ones I've ever found in the past have been very, very, very cheap paper and almost like tissue paper. They're horrible. So I just buy white 18-inch, 105-pound paper. I get it from Staples online. And I think that was the last place I got it. I had ordered bulk last time I got it, and it's been a while. But anyway, I've got her, and I had to cut her and put 2 pieces together. So what I did is I did the cut through her headband so that when I get her decorated, you can't see anywhere where she's been cut. So I'm going to start with one side, and first thing I'm going to do is I've got some googly eyes that just happen to be hot pink with the black pupil. I got them, I think it was I'm sure it was Hobby Lobby. I don't have every color. Some of them are color with light eyelashes. I don't use them very often because I rarely have a piece that has the color like that. They match her and they look great on her. So the first thing I'm going to do is put the color eyes on, and I'm going to be using my Accent Essentials as my glue to hold it. And I'm using this instead of hot glue because sometimes when I'm trying to move move it around when I set it, if you use hot glue and you set it on there and you don't have it exactly where you want it, you can't move it, you're stuck. And plus the hot glue, to me, has a tendency to kind of drip strings, and it might fall across your face, and I don't want that to happen. With my Accent Essentials, I have a real major issue with it clogging. If I can get a hold of a stainless steel pin, whatever, the sewing pin that has the little round ball on the end, you can use that as a stopper. It has to be stainless steel or it will rust if you use just a regular pin. Or I can unblock it every time I use it. Normally what I do is what I would call burping it, make sure everything comes out of the top, and then I wipe it off because it gets globby. Now, I put that on there. Another reason is because this gives me a while. I don't have to work at the speed of light. There, we got one. I love these. I think on the last film that I did, I may have used googly eyes. Now I'm going to try and use them whenever I can. They're not, if you get the right size and color, they don't stand out and make them look goofy. Yeah, I don't use the black and white. I mean, I don't use them unless when I put them on, if you can tell they pop out a little bit, but they're not in your face because sometimes they look silly and I don't like that. That's what I don't want. And then I'm going to put the ribbon on. She's got a green, kind of a tealy green ribbon. All of this was out of felt. However, I'm not going to use felt to do it. I'm going to use actual ribbon. And this has got like some gold arrows through it. And it's the same color green. And this I'm going to start. There's going to be a flower over it, which is nice because then I don't have to worry about the frayed end and trying to turn it under and not make it bulky. And now this is not a straight band, and I do not want it to buckle as I'm putting it down. I do not want it all wrinkly looking. So I'm going to very slowly, and what I want to do is put the glue on there and really press it down and roll over it, and it will stretch itself out and attach to the hot glue that I put on there. And if I do get any buckle, because it might be inevitable with it being on a curve, then I want it underneath where the flowers are so that it's not showing. And it's not like it's a huge deal anyway. This went right over the line where I cut her. So there's no way that I unrolled the whole roll. Where did I put my scissors? We're in the middle of a heat wave, guys. It seems like every time I'm filming, I'm in some sort of weather catastrophe. If it's not snow and bitter cold, now it is so hot. I don't have any grandkids today, which normally I do, and they've been getting in a ton of swimming, which has been great. They've been bringing over, like the other day, my grandson called. He's 12, and he wanted 13. He wanted to know if he could bring 4 of his buddies over. And 5 13-year-old boys, their appetites, especially appetites while swimming, I said yes, and they were absolutely awesome. And my daughter, I think I might have told this in a video, I'm not real sure. I know I've told other people, called Costco and had snacks and water and all that stuff delivered here. She said they'll eat out of house and home. I said I'm so glad that I didn't have to ask for that, because they do eat. And they've been coming over in the middle at night. They came over the other day, a bunch of them, and they're ringing the doorbell, and I have Ring where I could see them, and I kept saying on the speaker, "Go away, go home." And then they all started dancing on the front porch. I just kept yelling, "Go home." But they came for a night swim, and I didn't go swimming with them. I should have told you. These flowers came in a package at Hobby Lobby. I have 2 packages opened up here, and rather than them getting all squished up, I take them all out and then just kind of lay them out so that they're not wrinkled up when I go to use them. And there's all different colors, and I love them because they have a gem right in the middle. And all of this stuff goes on clearance all the time. Now, whether or not they still have it, I would not know, because I haven't needed supplies in quite some time. My daughter-in-law was over this morning, and she was up here looking for a bookmarker that she'd left in a book my daughter loaned me. And she's looking around in here, and she's just going, "Oh my God, you just have so much stuff." And when my daughter was in here, my daughter, and my daughter-in-law, she was over here and came in, and she's like, "Oh, you just have so much stuff." And I said, "Yeah, I know, but I can't stand to run to the store when I have an order. I can't stand it if I'm out of anything." So I have a lot of stuff. Now, what I'm going to do on her, got the eyes and everything on, but we're going to take some glossy accents and we're going to shine her nose up. I want her nose to kind of have a leathery look to it. I shouldn't say leather, but I know what I mean. And I'm not going to fill the whole thing in, just the bottom of the nose that's shaded. I don't think I'm going to fill the whole thing in. I may. And see how I like it like that. Maybe kind of outline it and shade it in, not all the way, because then the lighter area stays lighter. Burp. See, if I push this up, I want to make sure that there's nothing in the nozzle, because they are forever blocking or clogging or whatever. Okay, then I'm going to add some glitter to her little outfit. And I'm going to use my Stickles, or am I going to use my Nuvo? I think I'm going to use my Nuvo, and I'm going to use my Stickles. I'm going to use whatever green this is. I can't read it. I love this green, but I don't know what it's called. Ooh, I like this one even better. I'm going to use this one. I do believe. This is such a decision for me. I've changed my mind. I'm going to use these instead. I'm going to use, oh my gosh, I know why I'm not showing. If you buy these Stickles, like at Michael's, in a package of 3, which I do frequently when they're going on sale, they don't put the name, the color name up here. That's how I know when I got them in a packet versus ordering them individually. I'm going to do, this blue though is not blue, it's turquoise. Guys, I'm having a hard time here deciding what color to use. I'm going to switch it out to sea glass. Still is Stickles. And I'm going to do her little dress. And this one is clogged. This is my biggest complaint with any of the glitters, is when they clog. And I send the clog down and shake it up, and I can use it for a minute, but that clog works itself right back into that little nozzle. So off camera, what I do, I just snap this off. So I'm just going to go ahead and take the lid off and wipe off the tip of the pin, because most likely the tip of the pin has the clog on it. Then I'm going to put it back on. Normally I take them off and push the clog out from the other side, and that typically works. If it doesn't, what I do, if I have a tube that never clogs, when it's gone, I don't throw the tube away, I put it aside. So my next time I open the next color, or next time I use that color, when I open it, and if I'm starting to have issues with it clogging, because some of them right out of the gate, brand new, clog, first time I use them. And I do not have the time nor the patience to be dinking around with that. So I'll take the lid off of the one that worked and swap them out. And believe it or not, guys, it works. When I do that, it works. And I do it quite frequently because, like I said, these seem to clog. Stickles more than any of them. I don't have that much of a problem with the Nuvo. Terrible to say, but I don't like the Nuvo glitters as much as I do the Stickles for certain projects. The Nuvo glitters are a little bit of a flatter color. They're not quite so glittery and bright, and so Stickles is, but the Nuvo is a lot thicker, and if you're looking for more dimension on your item, the Stickle dries and gives you more dimension. You can see it. You can really see it pop out. It's just not as glittery. And I don't have much on her to glitter, so I want it to really be sparkly. So I'm going to do her whole little dress in the sea glass. And see how I pulled that glog out from the bottom of the pin and it stopped clogging for me. I don't know if anybody else has those issues, but I have them all the time, and it drives me bonkers. I don't want this blue. I want this one. Love this color. What is this called? Let's see if I have another one that has the name on it. No, it's not the same. This is another one. This is one that came in a packet, so the name. I'm not sure where I was in that sentence when my phone shut off. I heard it just all of a sudden stop. My husband is just heading out to get some wasp spray. And if he takes my car, my phone is linked to my car. So when I go out, my phone automatically hooks up. And so then if I've got my phone inside here, it still hooks up. And I think it knocked me off because he probably just left. This blue doesn't look a lot different. You're not going to be able to see in person. It's a completely different color. But on camera, I have a feeling it's not going to be as noticeable. Now, I don't want to color in the whole bottom of the dress because I don't want them to fade in where you can't tell one from the other. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to sparkle the bottom of this. I outlined it, and then I'm just going to kind of dot it on. And instead of solid, whoa, my office is at boiling point. I just get so hot. The other day I did a video and I never uploaded it because I had a swimsuit top on, or I had a swimsuit on and a little tank top over it, and I thought when I looked at it, I'm not going to post that. I didn't feel very comfortable. I thought the tank top would be like, that'll be fine. Because I'm not one that's going to do a YouTube video with me in a swimsuit. Not going to happen. So, wouldn't happen ever. It has nothing to do with my age. Never would happen. I wouldn't do it. Very modest. Let me see here. I'm going to do the stickles on her body. I'm not going to do the whole body though. I'm just going to lightly go around some of her. And this is Glamour Pink. Yep, Glam Pink. Stickles Glam Pink. One of my favorites. Love it. Again, it's Glam Pink. Which reminds me, I need to go on to scrapbookpal.com is where I order my glitters. And lately I have gone through a ton. Absolutely ton of glitter. Oh, I couldn't decide if I wanted to put the pink furry hair on her, but I don't think I'm going to because I don't have enough left to do the whole head, and I was going to do just the bang, and I'm going to cut a piece out and see how I like it, but I'm going to do that off camera because I'm not really sure if I want to do that at all. I may just glitter her hair up. I'm not sure, guys. Okay, that is one side. Now, I don't think you really care to watch me to do the whole entire side, flip side. So that will be it for Poppy. I may film when I put her together because there's a possibility that I'm going to put on the base something different. And if I decide to do that, then I will film the ending of it. But thank you for watching, and everybody have a great weekend.